Okay, I guess I'm already live. Oh my goodness, I'm already unprepared. I realized, oh crap, I'm already live. Oh my goodness. And I don't have my questions up. I don't have my questions up. I'm already live. Alright, 1 second. Let me get some headsets. Totally unprepared, like usual. Mm. There we are. So, we are live. I think we're live. We're live. All right. Um, these. I wasn't actually expecting to go live today. I was actually kind of zoning out, kind of going, I just don't feel like going live. I'm just still in one of my moods. I've been in my moods lately, but I'll talk about it at the end of the video if once people discover, oh my gosh, she's actually live today. So I'll get to that later. So let's do the 100 questions nobody asks because I saw this tag floating around. I saw this tag floating around, and I just really thought that this was a really cool tag because it reminded me of the 100 question tag last year that we did. Forgot what the title of that one is. I'll probably link it in the descriptions below and all that stuff. The one last year, but it kind of very much reminded me of that. I actually have not watched anybody else's video, and I have not watched. I don't know what the questions are, so we'll just take it as we just go. We just roll with the punches on this one. So we're just gonna just go do it. Just do this thing, Evelyn. Just do this. All right. The number one question is, do you sleep with your closet door open or closed? Close. I'm afraid of the boogeyman. Okay, since there's 100 questions, I'm just gonna just roll with it. Number two, do you take the shampoos and conditioner bottles from hotels? Um, do you take shampoo and conditioner bottles from hotels? I actually do, but whether I use them or not is kind of up in the air, and you just kind of have this collection whenever you go on these hotel excursions or vacations and stuff with these collection of shampoo bottles and hair conditioners after a while. Do you sleep with your sheets tucked in or out? I kind of tuck in my sheets if I can. Uh, but usually it ends up being that it's out because I'm roller in the bed very easily. Okay. Number four. Have you stolen a street sign before? No. So that's an easy one. Five. Do you like to use post-it notes? I actually do, but it's not like post-it notes like what people think is office post-it notes. I use post-it notes like taking notes down in my journal, in my art journal, and it ends up being like post-it notes where it's all over the place and it's a scattered random thought where it's not really cohesive in one spot. So that I would say is a post-it note. So there you go. Six, do you count out coupons but then never use them? Yes. I have coupons and never use them. And have counted out coupons and never use them. I think that's almost an everybody problem, though, even the extreme couponers. Would you rather be attacked by a big bear or a swarm of bees? Bear. I don't like the idea of being stung all over my body from head to toe. Does not sound comforting to me whatsoever. I do not. Ugh. Just the idea is like, nah, 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 nah. No, no bees. No bees. And number eight is, do you have freckles? I actually do. They're not like redhead freckles where you have freckles here. I mean, like little random spots of mole freckles. I have it more on my arm than my face. So there you go. Oops. Freckles. Okay, number 9. Do you always smile for pictures? Yes, I do. I always smile because I have a pretty smile. So there you go. Smile for pictures whenever I know I'm getting my picture taken. I'm like, I will do that in every photo. And I think they make fun of it in How I Met Your Mother with Barney Stinson. I'm a kind of photogenic in a way that I always try to smile for photos, and you always catch me going in my best pose or something like that. It's always funny. Number 10. What is your biggest pet peeve? Ooh, I got a few pet peeves, but my biggest one that I could think of on the top of my head is the trash can proximity pet peeve. It's got to be my number one pet peeve. In the kitchen, for an example, in the kitchen, I would do, like cook or anything regarding kitchen or around the house or something, and somebody has a wrapper or a cellophane or whatever, and they leave it on the counter, and the trash can is like 5 feet away. Ice twitch, you name it, and I just go, put it in the trash can. Put it in the trash can. I can't do it. I can't do it. If the trash can is within 20 feet or in the kitchen or any proximity that you can walk and actually put it away, infuriates to me. And it really is the biggest pet peeve I have because it's like, come on, people. The trash cans are right there. Just right there. You better actually start throwing your shit away. Sorry about the curse word right there. I'm very passionate about that one. That one is a pet peeve if I ever had any pet peeves. Okay. Number 11. Do you ever count your steps when you walk? No. Thank God. Number 12. Have you peed in the woods? Yes. I have hiking trails here in Virginia, and there was quite a few times that I had to pee in the woods. There you go. And I'm not ashamed of it either because what are you going to do? If you have to go, you got to go. And number 13. Have you pooped in the woods? Oh, they would have to add that one in there. I haven't had the desire to poop in the woods quite yet. Okay, the pee in the woods, I get it because when you're on the hiking trip or whatever, I have done hiking trips in the past where it is a 2 mile, 3 mile hiking trip one way, and then you have to do another 3 or 4, 3 or 2, whatever, hiking trip back, and you're talking about you're on a trail for 6 hours. Of course, you're going to pee in the woods. As far as poop in the woods, I haven't had the desire to. I haven't had the need to. So that one's gonna hard to justify. But I think if I really, really had to, I would. Kind of like the hiking in the woods stuff. I really would. But it's just one of those things that I haven't been there yet. I haven't been there. Number 14. Have you ever danced even if there's no music playing? All the time. You know me. I dance. I freestyle. Freestyle is my middle name. And number 15. Do you chew your pens and pencils? No. I don't think I ever did, actually, when I was even in school, in grade school or anything. I don't think I ever chewed my pens or pencils. I've been actually pretty good about that. Even my art supplies, it's like, no, you don't chew those. You don't put those in mouth and don't put mouth on my art supplies. No, no. And I think if I wasn't the chewing pencils and pens had it, I think I would be even chewing at the ends of my paintbrushes, which is still not a good idea. I think I do put it to my lips, like you put your pencil or whatever to your lips. But that's not chewing though. There you go. 16. How many people have you slept with this week? Oh my goodness. How many people have you slept with this week? Wow. This is kind of personal, but as you must know, I ain't getting any. So there you go. 17. What size is your bed? It's a queen, and it really needs to be updated. It needs to be thrown out in the corner and get a new bed. It's way past due, actually. What is your song of the week? Ooh, what is my song of the week? What song have I been listening to like nonstop that I'm like, oh, I can't go anywhere without listening to the song. Right now, it's a Perfect Circle just came out with their brand new album in April, on my birthday actually, April 20th. They came out with a brand new album, and the one song that I have to put on repeat is "So Long and Thank You for the Fish" is the song, and I think I will try to put a link down to that song down below too. I've actually been thinking about doing this more actually lately, is doing a favorites list, like my favorite music, my favorite inspirations. I was actually getting more and more motivated lately to do a favorites. Have a favorites list, like it's all about me, my favorites playlist or whatever it is. Haven't done that yet. Haven't quite done that. And so, number 19, is it okay for guys to wear pink? Yes. I think if you can rock the pink, you go, boyfriend. You can rock the pink all you want. I don't mind pink. Number 20, do you still watch cartoons? All the time. It's kind of hard when you have kids too. You end up watching what they watch. And I think you could still call anime or manga, whatever it is, cartoons as well. But I think adult cartoons are very common. And I would say, yeah, if it's on, I will watch it. Especially Scooby Doo, the old Scooby Doo. Who Are You in the 1960s? Oh, yeah. I'm down for Scooby Doo. All right. Number 21. What is your least favorite movie? Oh, what is my least favorite movie? There's a few doozies that I've seen. There was a kick. I was on a movie kick with a few exes where we just did movie binges and stuff like that. And then you're like, no, no. I think one such movie was it Up in the Air? I think it was Up in the Air with George Clooney. That one was like, dude, it doesn't do anything for me. Although I have a list of movies that if you put it on, I'm like, no. So it's kind of hard to say there's one particular movie I don't like. I have multiple movies I don't like, so it's kind of hard to say what is it that I like or don't like. I have to be reminded, like, oh yeah, that movie. Sometimes it kind of gets jumbled in the memory bank. Number 22. Where would you bury hidden treasure if you had some? Oh boy. Where would I hide and bury my treasure if I had any? It's kind of funny because I'm not saying that I have too many valuable items, but there would be some places in the house here that I would probably hide it. I would probably hide my treasure somewhere not too far where I could get it to it. So it'd probably be on my property on the house. I probably shouldn't be saying those kind of things. But if I had treasure, I wouldn't have it too far from me, because if there was an emergency fund or something like that and I had to get my treasure and leave, then I need to grab and go, you know. You know how it is when you're on the run. I'm joking. I'm joking. uh, 23. What do you drink with dinner? Water, wine, beer, anything that's in the refrigerator, milk. I will drink anything with my dinner. That so to say I have a specific beverage that I would have to drink with dinner is kind of like I don't have any specifics. So there you go. Number 24. What do you dip a chicken nugget in? Ketchup. I'm such a 2-year old. Okay, 25. What is your favorite food? Ooh, I have to say Indian food. Indian food is my by far my favorite. I could eat me some Indian buffet. I could totally eat until I'm rolling out of there. I love Indian food. And my husband actually has an Indian friend, and I've been to their house and had traditional Indian food. And I have to say, if they invited me back over to eat with them again, I'd break down the door, proudly break down the door and make my way in there and sit right there and go, I love their food. The food is amazing. I love Indian food. 26. What movies could you watch over and over again and still love? It has to probably be some of my childhood movies for that. When you talk about watching movies over and over again and still love. Like the Lord of the Rings trilogy movies with Peter Jackson when it first came out are definitely movies I can watch over and over again because it brings me back to that childhood memory, my childhood memory all the time. And there's a Sam Neill with the Merlin. It was a TV series. That was one. That's one I can watch over and over again and not get bored of, and I have. There's others like Princess Bride. A lot of my childhood memories. I would have to just say straight up. A lot of my childhood memories is just in general. It would be movies that I watch over and over again and just never get bored of, no matter how many times I see it. 27. Last person you kissed, dashed, kissed. You. So the last person I kissed, I would have to say my daughters when I took them into bed. So if you really think about it, they technically kissed me. So Judith and Morgan, my 2-year-old girls, they go, and so I kissed them. So they would be the last. I don't forget which one it would be. Last two girl people I've kissed. 28. Were you ever a boy dash Girl Scout? Yes, I was a Girl Scout, and I did the Girl Scout. I think they call them juniors for 2 years. And I had a hard time doing Girl Scouts because I was not like other girls. I got picked on a lot, especially some of these other girls. They really bullied me a lot. I was different than them, and they just kind of smelled me out. And so I really didn't enjoy my Girl Scout experience too much. But when I did do Girl Scouts, I did experience cool things. Like I did some really cool outdoor activities in Florida and things like that, and it had some really cool events happen. But as far as enjoyed uh, being with the other girls, it was not really a very fond experience. 27. Would you ever strip or pose nude in a magazine? Okay, maybe that smile gave it away, so I'm not going to answer that one. If you could pay me enough to do it, I'm actually not very shy, but I'm not doing it on YouTube. No. For all those trolls out there, no. 30. When was the last time you wrote a letter to someone on paper? Ooh, that's a good one. On paper. So this is strictly on paper, though. think the that I had a pen pal way back when in fourth or fifth grade. I think that would be legitimately somebody that I would have handwritten a letter on paper, like a pen and pencil kind of stuff. So there you go. 31. Can you change the oil in a car? Yes, I can. I actually can change oil, detail and maintenance a car, and the whole 9 yards. I could actually give you a full service, very close to what these professionals do. The only problem is I don't have a studio to work in. I don't have the tools or resources to work in. I just have the outside over here, my front stoop or that driveway parking and stuff. So I don't really have a great studio for all that kind of stuff. I don't have any ramps or anything like that, but I know how to change tires. I know how to pretty much do car things. I'm pretty savvy when it comes to car stuff and doing things with cars and stuff. So hook me up if you ever need a help. Ever Okay, have you ever got a speeding ticket? Yes, I've got speeding tickets before. And one such speeding ticket I actually got on the day after my wedding. I was talking to my husband. Of course, he was chattering next to me. And then I got a speeding ticket going 55 in a 45 zone, or faster than that. I think I was going 58 in a 45 zone. It was like, my bad, I'm sorry. Sorry, officer. And of course, I'm an honorable person. I'm not going to be the person that talks the guy out of it saying, I just got married, that kind of stuff. No, I didn't do that. I was actually very honorable. I said, yes, officer. I was just chitty chatting. Didn't realize what I was doing. And I got my speeding ticket. Ever ran out of gas? Yes, I have. And let me tell you, it is not a great experience running out of gas in your car. And number 34. What's your favorite kind of sandwich? Reuben's. I love Reuben's with the rye bread and the sauerkraut. Ugh, yum. My mouth is watering just thinking about Reuben's. Best thing to eat for breakfast is number 35. I think I eat oatmeal, and I like to mix it up and change it up with my oatmeal and stuff. I like crepes, oatmeal, but crepes are usually for a treat when you're really, really wanting to treat yourself. There you go. No, 36. What is your usual bedtime? Lately, I've been having so much problems sleeping and having emotional problems and all that stuff. So I would say my bedtime has really gotten to be like 10:30 to 11 lately, and especially when the girls go down to bed, you kind of want to have some me time. I want time for me. It's all about me now. All right. 37. Are you lazy? Extremely lazy. 38. When you were a kid, what did you dress up as for Halloween? Okay, what is a very interesting one that I can give you guys that I dressed up as this Halloween, for Halloween, I should say. Did a lot of dress up for Halloween. Halloween is like the holiday for my family, Christmas and Halloween, because my family is very artsy. So anything to do with physical appearance and dressing up and having an excuse to cosplay and dress up for once a year, it's definitely on the things you have to do. And I think some of my favorite experiences is actually really basking into the when I'm also a little bit more on the pagan side, even though I'm not really kind of on one strict path. I'm kind of an eclectic pagan in a way. So I'm not really on one set path, and so to say that I dress up as my witch, and I put my witch on went for Halloween in a very paganist kind of way. I kind of feel like that oneness and that wholeness again, and it's just something about an excuse to dress up and being, you know, self-expression in that sort of way is really fun. So to what did I dress up? I would say witch for that one, and I explained why. And 39. What is your Chinese astrological sign? Chinese astrological sign for 39. I am the sheep, which is kind of funny because uh, my um, my tropical astrology, sidereal astrology, and Chinese astrology is all Aries, which is the ram, and sheep. So it is actually kind of funny that I am a just double whammy with the sheep. Just no matter what I do and what I try to get away from all these rams and sheeps and stuff in my astrology sign, but I'm a 100% certified, bona fide sheep, ram, whatever, no matter what I do in my astrology charts. 40. How many languages can you speak? Okay, this is an interesting one. I have been learning a little bit of sign language with my girls because my speech therapist with them does ASL or American Sign Language. So I've known a little bit of sign language, and not too much, not too fluent. Spanish, I can understand it and read it better than I could speak it, but I could pretty much watch a YouTube video and get the gist of what's going on. And so is French. So I think I got ASL, a little bit of ASL, but not very fluent. Spanish, I'm almost fluent in if I can get in the culture of it a little bit more. And French, I understand, but I don't really speak it. So every once in a while, I would have to. I watch what's his name? Laudes or Orlis? I forgot. I don't know. I'm not gonna pronounce it because I'm gonna butcher it. And he's probably gonna write to me and say, "You better." That's not how you pronounce it, but okay. But he is a tarot YouTuber that strictly speaks French on his tarot YouTube, and he I try to support him in the our tarot community, even though I don't speak French. I am pretty terrible at French, even though I understand it a little bit. And so I do my best to support some people in the tarot community with their French YouTube channels. If I actually do more YouTubing and things like that in the tarot community, I would love to learn French. I would think it is the most important language for tarot YouTube, from what I've noticed, because there's a lot of French speaking tarot YouTubers out there. And I think that that is a very important language if you were to continue doing tarot in YouTube if you wanted to learn a second language. But that's my recommendation. But whether it or not. All right. Okay. How many languages can you speak? 41. Do you have any magazine subscriptions? No. 42. Which are better, Legos or Lincoln Logs? Legos. I'm a Lego girl. 43. Are you stubborn? Very. 44. Who is better, Leno or Letterman? I think Letterman. I was never a big fan of Leno. 45. Which soap operas? Ever watch soap operas? If it's on, I'll watch it. 46. Are you afraid of heights? Yes, I'm terrified. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to check the daughters upstairs real briefly because I hear them crying. Intermission, but I'll be right back. I am terribly sorry about that because my one daughter, Judith, who has all the health problems, she has what's called a TPN line or a permanent line in her chest, and lately she's decided that she's going to try to pull that out. So any kind of weird crying or anything like that I hear upstairs, I have to stop and investigate because I've gotten paranoid. Sorry about that. So sorry. All right. 46. Are you afraid of heights? I said yes. And definitely, I'm terrified of heights. I even am, I think, more afraid of fairground rides than I am actually of heights. Even though a lot of my heights fears has to do with the fairground rides, I think. 47. Do you sing in the car? Yes, all the time, but I don't confess I sing pretty well. 48. Do you sing in the shower? Yes. Also, like the car, I can't guarantee I sing very well. Okay, 47 is do you dance in the car? Yes. I've danced in the car often. I dance often in the car, and people are like, what is wrong with her? I'm dancing. I'm dancing. It's more like the 80s back and forth. It usually goes with my singing. It's crazy. I'm not probably not going to demonstrate. 50. Have ever used a gun before? Um, yes, I have used a revolver and handgun before. I have used guns before, but with the coaching and instructions of other people. But to say that I've ever used one personally for self defense, no, I have not. I've been actually been pretty good. I have never had to use my handgun for anything, even though I do own one in the States. In the States, you can own one if you have a licensed for one, and I have the cleanest record that anybody on this planet, I think. That's pretty bold to say that, so I'm not going to say that either. But I have a very, very clean record, and in the States, if you have a clean record, you can own a gun, handgun. But I do own one, and I have never used it. So it's probably a good thing. I'm glad. I'm glad I never used it. 51. Last time you got a portrait taken by a photographer? I would have to say my wedding. 52. Do you think musicals are cheesy? No, I love musicals. I absolutely am in love with musicals. I was just saying to somebody the other day that I would really like to watch Chitty Bang Bang again because I love the music in it. I'm so cheesy. I am cheesy. 53. Is Christmas stressful? Um, I have to say it has in the past for me. Christmas has been a very stressful time when I was working in retail. In more recent years, ever since I've been home with the girls, it's been stressful, but for a different kind of stressful. It's not stressful like as far as you're obligated to do anything, but it's more stressful like you're my daughter has been sick in the past recent years, so it's been stressful in a different kind of way. And you just kind of are always wired and all that stuff. So I would have to say different stressful. 54. Ever eat a pierogi? Pierogi. Ever ate a pierogi? If you have to describe it for me, and then I'll probably tell you. I don't think I have eaten that. 55. Favorite type of fruit pie? I would have to say blackberry pie is my favorite. 56. Occupations you wanted to be when you were a kid. Ooh, this is actually kind of very, very interesting. When I was a kid growing up, I really wanted to be a scientist at one time. I really wanted to be a zoologist a few times in my life for a long time. Zookeeper, zoologist. I wanted to be I think for a little while I had a archaeological archaeologist phase. I think Indiana Jones had a lot to do with that one, though. Uh, for a while there, I actually did want to be a police officer or military, but that stuff didn't, when the opportunity came up and all that stuff, it kind of quickly subsided with dates and life events that was going on around that time. Okay, 57. Do you believe in ghosts? Yes. Partly with me with my spiritual journey, I would have to say that ghosts is definitely one of those things that is part of my tarot journey as well. 58. Have a deja vu feeling. I always have deja vu feelings, and usually when I have deja vu feelings, it usually is something to do with my intuition, and that is something that I do believe in with my practice as well. 59. Do you take vitamin daily? I used to take vitamins daily, but it's just not something that I do much of anymore, even though I think that I should at least do CoQ10 or fish oil or something like that because it does help me with my brain fog and keeps me more focused and motivated and a little articulate. I would be the word I would use for that. Do you wear slippers? I try to wear slippers, but I can't always say I wear them all the time as a daily routine. Especially in the wintertime, I'll probably be more inclined to wear slippers. Do you wear a bathrobe? No, even though I do own one, I don't really wear it. What was your first concert? Oh, it's kind of hard to say because my family was very adventurous when I was growing up, and we went to a lot of concerts. Especially a place called Sunfest, where I grew up in South Florida in West Palm. It had a lot of concerts, like local, not local bands, but bands like big bands that like Journey, Doors, Styx, and some other bands that my parents were into, and we went to see concerts of them. So that was a very common thing when I was growing up. So it's kind of hard to say. Of 64, Walmart, Target, or Kmart? Out of any of those three, it would have to be Target here in the States. I don't think anywhere overseas has any of these three chains, but Walmart dominates the world, and I don't necessarily like to always support Walmart for that, even though it is more abundant here in the States. You can't go down to any major town or city without running into one. Target, I would say, has more quality than quantity, which is Walmart. And that's why I would say Target out of the three. And Kmart, I do have a Kmart here in Waynesboro, even though I think they got rid of most of the Kmart chains. And the Kmart sucked so bad. Oh my God, I would never go into another Kmart ever again. No wonder why they were wiped off the face of the planet by all their competitors. 65, Nike or Adidas? I have to say I have to fit in Adidas better than Nike just because I'm a little bit more curvy. Even when I was not post pregnancy weight, like I'm a little heavier than I am supposed to be right now. Um, Post kids weight, I should say. uh, I even before I had kids, I was always tend to be a little bit more curvy. I was not where I am now, but I was definitely got more to love. And I think Adidas fit my curves a lot better than Nike. Nike was like these sickly skinny girls, it seems. So there you go. 66. Cheetos or Fritos? Cheetos. 67. Peanuts or sunflower seeds? Peanuts. Still. 68. Have ever heard of the group Tresbian? Trebian? No, I have not heard of the group Trebian. 69. Ever take dancing lessons? I actually have done dancing when I was growing up, jazz class dancing when I was growing up. So I actually know how to do some of these. I think you would call them like they're better than club dancing, but they're not quite as casual as club dancing. You would call them almost performance art dancing. So yeah, I would say more performance art dancing is what I know better than freestyle dancing. There you go. 70. Is there a profession you picture your future spouse doing? So, since I am married, so I'm gonna say, is there a profession I picture my husband doing in the future? And I would say if he could get his poop together, I am not going to use the other word right now, but if he could get his poop together, I would really could see my husband's going back to his horse dreams and doing his horse training dreams. And that is something that he has been aspiring to do ever since I've met him. And he actually was fantastic at it. A horse trainer and things like that when we had horses. If you followed my channel enough, you would actually hear my first few videos actually talking about this. And he's actually, I'm saying actually too much, but he is fantastic at what he does. And it's sad that he's not able to do his dreams now because he has to have an adult job. So hopefully we could get our stuff together one day and he could do his thing again. 71. Can you curl your tongue? 72. Won a spelling bee? Never. I was the first one to opt out. 73. Have you ever cried because you were so happy all the time? 74. Own any record albums? I have them up there. I would bring that down to show you, like, yeah, I own record albums, but no, I'm gonna leave it up there. It's too far to get right now. 75. Own a record player. Again, up there. On top shelf. 76. Do you regularly burn incense? I like burning incense, but I don't regularly burn them as much anymore, even though I really love incense. Ever been in love? Oh, I have to say yes. 78. Would you like to see in who would you like to see in concert? So, who would I love to see in concert right now would be Tool. I heard Tool's started tour again, and I'm like, oh, I would love to see Tool. Tool would be like number one concert that I would love to go to right now. Okay, 79. What was the last concert you saw? Ooh, that's a good question. I have to think about this one for a moment. Give me a moment. Last person or bleh, you saw a concert would probably be, I think it was 2008 still. It was still a long time ago. Too long. It's been way too long, the answer is. But I think the last person I saw in concert still was Avenged Sevenfold 2008 and Taste of Chaos tour would be the last major rock concert I've been to. So it's way past due. I need to go to a new rock concert. 80. Hot tea or cold tea? I like both, so it's kind of hard to say which one I would prefer. 81, tea or coffee? I still drink coffee more than tea, so I have to say coffee. 82, sugar cookies or snickerdoodles? I love snickerdoodles. It kind of brings me back to my childhood memories. 83, can you swim well? Actually, I'm a very, very good swimmer, or I was a very good swimmer when I was growing up in South Florida, and I actually am so good at swimming, I think, that I just know how to. I think it was better diving or swimming underwater than I was above water. So if I could actually hold my breath underwater for over about a minute underwater, or I used to. I used to be really good. I don't think I could swim that well anymore, but I used to know how to uh, control my lung capacities in the water and stuff like that, so I could stay underwater for very long periods of time and stuff. 84. Can you hold your breath without holding your nose? Yep. I think I'm good. 85. Are you patient? No. 86. DJ or band at a wedding? I'd prefer a band over a DJ any day of the week, but I had a DJ at my wedding. 87. Ever won a contest? I have won contests before, but it's kind of hard to say which one. It was a few contests I had in my childhood. Have you ever had plastic surgery? No. 89. Which are better, black or green olives? I love both, so I love my olives. So I can't say which one I love more. 90. Can you knit or crochet? Yes, I can knit and crochet. That is something that I really enjoyed doing and really liked doing when I was growing up as a kid. But I think my tarot dreams, my arting that I've been doing and all that stuff has really steered me away from actually knitting or crocheting. I think that it would be a really good retirement job when I can't hold a paintbrush anymore, you know. That would be something I would do. Okay, 91. Best room for fireplace is the living room. 92. Do you want to get married? It's actually kind of funny. I am married to my husband, but to say I wanted to get married, to him I did, yes. But if it was to anybody, before I met him, I actually did not want to get married. So, if married, how long have you been married? Actually, this July will be 3 years. So, it's been 3 years already. 94. Who was your high school crush? I think they're implying somebody you went to school with. There, I think there was this one guy that I really had a crush on. I don't think I ever really learned his name, but he was one guy that I had a crush on. He was dark curly hair and brown eyes. He was really cute. I always liked the dark hair and curly eyed guys. 95. Do you cry and throw a fit until you get your own way? No. Maybe that's a yes in disguise, but no. 96. Do you have kids? Yes, I have twin little girls, and they're both just turned two today, actually. 97. Do you want kids? No, I never wanted kids. It's actually hilarious. I have twins, and still to this day, even though I love my girls and I would never trade them for the world, and they are my life, I still would. I never wanted kids before them. I never wanted kids, and I didn't mind getting married when it came to the married question, actually. But if I didn't have these girls, I would have never wanted kids. But now that I have the girls, it's kind of like too late. You have kids. But before them, I never wanted kids. No, that was not something I always wanted or aspired to want. Actually, was kids when I was growing up. So to say I have twins and a double blessing, I I, I gotta commit. Gotta commit. And I still love them and I would never trade them for the world. 98. What is your favorite color? I have to say, out of all the colors in the world, my favorite still's gotta be probably like a blue. Probably blue. Still my favorite color. 99. Do you miss anyone right now? My husband. He's coming home soon. 100. We've made it to 100. Yay! Who are you going to tag in this video next? Whoever wants to do it. I'm not going to force anybody to do it. It's kind of not late on a Sunday night, but it's a Sunday evening, and I haven't got too many people on. But I've done my 100 and questions that nobody answers. Yay! I think a lot of people are not on, even though they would be on, because they didn't see me get the notifications or the bell or whatever. You know, YouTube is so funny. YouTube is a hilarious platform. And they have actually gotten more complicated with all these things. And it's kind of late at night, so a lot of people are not going to be on at this time of hour on a Sunday night. So it's okay. It's okay. But thank you for joining me and getting to know my 100 questions. And I'll try not to be a stranger danger. I love you all. Bye.